Hi guys, this video is going to help you get through the traditional multiplication and multiplying with decimals. So you can pause it and rewind it and rewatch it to help you get through everything that we've done in class these last few days and hopefully help you really understand what we have been doing, okay? So, traditional multiplication. If I had the problem 48 times 5, I would first do 5 times 8, which I know is 40. So I'd bring down the 0 and 40, the 1s, and I would carry the 10s for 4. I would then do 5 times 4, which is 20, and then I would add the 4, not multiply, but I would add it. So I have 5 times 4 is 20, plus 4 would be 24. So 48 times 5 would give me 240. If I went over and did 493 times 6, I would have 6 times 3 is 18, so I'd bring down the 8, and I'd carry the 10s. 9 times 6 is 54, plus 1 would be 55. Bring down that 5, carry the 10s. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 5 is 29, so I'd carry down the 29, 2,958. Okay, so then if we change it a little bit, we use some two-digit numbers to multiply by, I would do the same thing I just did. I could pretend the 2 wasn't there if I really wanted to. And I could say, well, 3 times 2 is 6, so I bring down the 6. And 3 times 8 is 24, so I bring down the 4 and I carry the 2. And 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2 is 11, so I bring down the 11 because I'm done multiplying. So I know I'm done with that 3, so I'm going to cross that 3 out, and I'm going to bring down a placeholder 0 for the 1's place. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to start with the 2, and I'm going to go back to the 1's. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 8 is 16, so I bring down the 6, carry the 1. And 2 times 3 is 6, plus that 1 is 7. Now I just add. Okay, so I would do 6 plus 0 is 6. 4 plus 4 is 8. 6 and 1 is 7, and 7 and 1 is 8. So my answer would be 8,786. 371 times 94. 4 and 1 is 4. 4 and 7 is 28, so I bring down the 8, carry the 2. 3 and 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14. I'm done with that 4. I've used it on all three numbers, so I cross it out, and I bring down a 0. Switch to the 9. 9 and 1 is 9. 9 and 7 is 63, so I bring down the 3, carry the 6. 9 and 3 is 27, plus 6 would give me 33. So then I add, 4 and 0 is 4, 9 and 8 is 17, 4 and 3 is 7, plus 1 is 8, 3 and 1 is 4, bring down the 3, 34,874. So then, if I add in some decimals, nothing is different except for I have a decimal number. But when I'm actually doing the multiplying, I'm going to pretend that the decimal is not even there, and I'm just going to multiply 36 by 26. So first I would do 6 and 6, which would give me 36. So I'd bring down the 6 and carry the 3. 6 and 3 is 18, plus 3 is 21. So just like before, I'm done with that 6, so I cross it out, and I carry down a 0 for the 1's place. 2 times 6 is 12, so I bring down the 2, carry the 1. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So now I add those numbers together. 6 and 0 is 6, 2 and 1 is 3, 7 and 2 is 9, 936. But I had that one decimal between the 2.6. So that means I have one number behind a decimal. So my answer has to have one number behind a decimal. So my answer is actually 93.6. If I go over to the 17 times 4.5, I would do 5 times 7 is 35. Bring down the 5, carry the 3. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. I'm done with that 5, so I cross it out, and I bring down a 0. 4 times 7 is 28. Bring down the 8, carry the 2. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. Add them up. 5 and 0 is 5. 8 and 8 is 16. 6 and 1 is 7. Again, I have one number behind my decimal point, so my answer has to have one number behind a decimal point. If I had a number like this, 94 times 0.08, or 0.8, excuse me, I don't even need that 0 in there, okay? I don't even need to do anything with that 0. All I need to do is 8 times 4, which is 32, so bring down the 2, carry the 3. 8 and 9 is 72, plus 3 is 75. One number behind the decimal, one number behind the decimal in my answer. The next one has 2 decimals, so that means my answer is going to have 2 numbers behind the decimal. So if I do 7 times 5, that's 35. Carry the 3. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. 5 times 1 is 5. Cross out that 5, bring down the 0. 3 times 7 is 21. Carry the 2. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. 3 times 1 is 3. So I add 5, 9, 10, 4. And like we said, there are 2 numbers behind the decimal, so my answer has to have 2 numbers behind the decimal, so 40.95. That's it. It's super, super easy. You just have to take your time. If you are somebody that's struggling with this, come see me, and I have another video that I can post, but try rewatching this and rewinding and pausing and working through the problems on your own to see how you do. Okay? Have a great night.